Ever since the comics have tackled Joker seriously, there has been a single sentence defining him: a product of society. This single sentence, I argue, is what the entirety of Joker, directed by Todd Phillips, is based and built on. From the beginning we see Arthur Fleck, we identify him as a sad and a broken man, who has no real friends or connections to other people, except for his mother, who he loves, his colleagues who treat him badly, and his psychiatrist who isn't really trying to help him. What Alan Moore argued in his comic The Killing Joke was that any person can be turned from sane to insane in just one day. Arthur in this movie has nothing but bad days. He even says this to a psychiatrist, so it's a wonder he hasn't even broken yet and remains somewhat, well, normal. All Arthur really needs is for society to treat him nicely. He dreams about this. Arthur dreams of falling in love with his next door neighbor. He dreams of finding a career. He dreams of being embraced as a son by his favorite talk show host. But that's all that they are. Dreams. Arthur gets beaten up one day by a few kids. His colleague acknowledges this and hands Arthur a gun to protect himself. This moment, I think, is one of the main causes of Arthur's death and Joker's birth. When Arthur is on the train and gets confronted and beaten by the three Wall Street guys, I would say he shoots out of self-defense. But then it quickly becomes a hate-filled murder as he brutally executes the last Wall Street guy on the stairs. From this point on, Arthur doesn't kill because it's necessary, but because he wants to do it out of self-interest or just because he likes it. We as a society create these murderers. We as a society are culpable through our inaction. The movie very clearly states this in the way Penny Fleck does nothing to stop her boyfriend from beating up Arthur as a kid, which directly led to his brain trauma, which causes his violent and uncontrollable pathological laughter. Besides Arthur's mother doing nothing to help Arthur, the government doesn't either. The funding for Arthur's therapy sessions are cut by the government because the government simply doesn't care about the mentally ill. They turn a blind eye. They are inactive. All Arthur demands from society is compassion, which he directly says to Tom Wayne's face in the bathroom. He just wants someone to care for him. Arthur even finds a little bit of hope in the call that he has been given to go on to the Bill Murray show, even though he's been insulted and ridiculed by Bill Murray before. Arthur's killing of the Wall Street guys, who are quote-unquote part of the elite, inspires an uprising in Gotham City by the lower class. Arthur, after all of these years of feeling ignored by the rest of the world, feels like he has a purpose in life, and that he is finally noticed by the people around him. When Arthur finds out he was actually adopted and not the son of Thomas Wayne, that his mother was actually culpable in his injury because she didn't do anything about it, and that he doesn't actually have a relationship with his next door neighbor, he realizes he is truly alone and that he has nothing to lose. Arthur kills his mother in a furious, anger-filled rage. And then he kills his colleague, Randall, who handed him the gun. None of Arthur's actions in the movie are just or good in any way. If you go out of the movie feeling like you approved of Arthur's actions, you have got the wrong impression of the movie. Arthur's actions aren't supposed to be condoned, but they certainly are understandable. With Arthur feeling like he has a purpose in life, and with Arthur feeling like he has nothing to lose in mind, he goes to the Bill Murray show with the intention of making a statement to society by shooting himself. But things take a different turn. Right before he goes on stage, Bill Murray insults him again, and he realizes, I'm going to shoot Bill. Arthur goes onto the show and makes a speech about how society has abandoned him. Arthur talks about how nobody would care if he died, but everybody cares if three Wall Street hotshots die. This is referencing back to Heath Ledger's Joker speech in the hospital to Harvey Dent.
You know what I noticed? Nobody panics when things go according to plan. Even if the plan is horrifying. If tomorrow I tell the press that like a gangbanger will get shot, or a truckload of soldiers will be blowing up, nobody panics. Because it's all part of the plan. But when I say that one little old mare will die, well, then everyone loses their minds.
After making his speech, Arthur kills Bill Murray in front of a live audience. Arthur doesn't kill himself, not literally anyway, but he does so figuratively. Arthur kills Arthur and the Joker is born, becoming an inspiration for the lower class and wreaking havoc onto Gotham. This uprising is the product of society because of our unwillingness to react to people in need. Joker's persona is also a product of society because of our unwillingness to react to people in need. Joker is a product of society.